Hi everybody, it is Angela at Crescent Moon Gifts, and today we are going to do some live shopping for books. So we did this a little bit earlier in the week and it worked out pretty well with the tarot and also the herbs. So if you are looking for herbs, oils, tarot, anything like that, you can scroll down or go to those events and watch our live feed, and you can still shop out, even though it's after the fact. You can just comment on that, or you can email us with something if you're watching after this video. So same with this time. If you are joining in late, or you get to watch it later or tomorrow or next week, and you see something that you want, if we haven't already sold it, it's definitely an option to send it to you. So without further ado, I'm going to just probably kind of intro people. Hi, Tabitha, and talk about what we're doing here today. So, as we all know, we are shut down, state mandate that we cannot be open to the public. So, Dan and I have been in the store, rearranging the whole entire store and making it look really nice. So when you come back, it'll be a bigger, brighter, hi, Shelly, better store. So you're going to love it. But until then, we still are trying to sell the things so we can pay the bills. And we've been doing these Facebook live shopping events. And the first day, our trial run went really, really well. So next week, I have scheduled a virtual shopping every single day. Woohoo! Shopping from your own, wherever you are. Hopefully it's home and safe, living room, I don't know, cozy bed, pajamas on, snacks, whatever it is. It's pretty good. So maybe even after we reopen, we might do this occasionally for the people that aren't local. So it's been really good, and we're really happy that we're still getting some orders in. We're getting phone orders and online orders, and we really appreciate that. We just are so happy and thankful for your support at this time. So, we are going to go through the book section. What I did learn from my previous posts was that it takes a lot longer than I think to get through a very small section of the store. So I'm going to go through the books, the categories. I'm going to try to do every single title, let you know how much they are. If we have more time, I can do coloring books. I can do some tarot cards. If we run out of time, you can call and we can be your personal shopper. So know that too. If you want to order something and you don't see it on our online store, which is crescentmoongifts.com on the shop page, please do call us. We are your personal shoppers, and we're filling orders for you. And we can send photos, and it's about the best we can do without you actually being in the store. We're shipping daily because we're not allowed to have the public on site. That's the only way that we're able to do this right now. We don't want to encourage anybody to leave their house and violate that stay home, stay healthy order by getting out to do pickup. So we are only shipping, but we ship every day, and in the state, you're getting it the very next day. So, lots of people are signed on now. Hi, everybody. So if you see something that you want, please comment sold, maybe the name of the book. And if we have more than one copy, we can sell more than one copy. Otherwise, it is first comment, first sold. So if you see something, most of our things are one of a kind. You got to have it. Please comment sold and then the title, and we will get with you afterwards to complete that purchase. So, okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see our book section. All right. So what used to be up in the front, in this corner, was Harry Potter and dragons and things like that. But we have changed it into a book nook. So we have this little cozy reading area. We have our chairs over here with our reading glasses, and, you can grab a beverage and sit down in the store and just kind of cozy up and read things. And I realize that you are not able to do that now, but soon, hopefully, we will be able to do that. So what we've got is this cozy little book nook, and it's right off the front of the store. There's Zoltar, so you can see he will not yell at us today. How our books are arranged is by category and then by title within that category. So right now we have a fair amount of books, but we are probably only at about a quarter of the amount of books we normally have. So just keep that in mind. Our book publishers right now are also being asked to stay home. So some are shipping with very limited staff, some are not. And so right now what you see is what you get. But we do have quite a bit. And if anybody has requests for categories or things and I don't get to it, please let me know. And again, I can get with you afterwards and send you some pictures and stuff. So A through Z, by title. The first category that we have today is our animal magic books. So those, I'm going to try to, every live shopping is an adventure. So I'm going to try to not bounce the camera, grab the book off the shelf, and let you know how much it is. So we'll see if this works. It's a first time. So we have Animal Healing. That one, it's $17.99. There's the cover. Cute puppies, dogs. Animal Healing, hands-on holistic techniques. So if that is of any interest, we have Chakra Animals. Discover your connection to the wisdom of the natural world. That one, it is $16.99. We have Magical Mystical Creatures. Invite the powers into your life, DJ Conway. And that one is $17.99. We have The Enchanted Cat by one of my favorites, Ellen Dugan. I just love Ellen so much. Maybe she'll watch one day, and if she does, hi, Ellen. That is $17.99. We have Tales, get it, Tails, from the Afterlife. Stories, signs, messages, and inspiration from your animal companions. And that one, oh, here we go. It's already sliding, my little pile, is $16.99. So I might have to just bounce you around for a little bit so I can pause, just set those up right. I am going to try not to do this a lot. I'm hoping they just stay where they belong. But again, we just go with it. You can laugh along with me at home. All right, we have Kinship of the Wolf, a story of the woman who lives with wolves. Looks pretty cool. That one we have 2 copies of, and this one is priced probably on the inside. So let's take a look. Maybe. No, there it is. $19.95 for that one. We have The Little Book of Magical Creatures, and that one is $12.95. All right, here we go. Here is the slide. So, oops, okay. I probably are going to ask for assistance in a minute. All right, this one, Mysterious Magical Cat, Mythology, Folklore, Spirits, and Spells by DJ Conway. That one we have 2 copies. Oh, hey, assistant, thank you. That one's $22.99. Looks pretty awesome. It's got that Lisa Parker image on the front. We also, fun fact, have her images in statuary. So we have the figurine that goes with this, which is pretty cool. And then we have Zen Cats, because why not? It's meditations for the wise minds of cat lovers. It's super cute. That one, it is $16.95. And we also have yoga cats and yoga dogs. So if you need one of those, of course, you can let us know that. We did tarot in the other one. Just going to zoom in a little bit on that, though. If you missed it last time, we do have some animal magic decks. All right, then we have some Eastern studies. So we have Basic Buddhism. That is a Wiser book. That's $18.95. And we have Classical Feng Shui. Oh, first, let me show you that cover. Okay, Classical Feng Shui for Health, Beauty, and Longevity. That one, it's $21.99. We have Feng Shui for Beginners. That is a Richard Webster book. I really like his books. They're very easy to follow. That one's $13.95. Feng Shui for the Soul. There's that book. That's Denise Lin, classic author on the topic. And that one is $13.95. Gung Hee Fat Choi, Book of Fortune. This is pretty neat. 3rd edition hardcover book. That one's $15.95. And then we have the Imperial Guide to Feng Shui and Chinese Astrology. That is a pretty thick book. That's only $17.95. And then we have Reflexology for Beginners. That's a hardcover book. That one is $16.99. So I'm going to just kind of take a pop down this corner rack. This is our beginner's book rack. And let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. So it has multiple topics. Great books for beginners. The first one here, it's Playing Card Divination for beginners. So if you have a deck of cards at home and want to learn a new skill while you're staying home and staying safe, that one's $14.99. We have a couple copies. We also have a great series on here called Plain and Simple. They're great starter books on a lot of variety of topics. This one we have is Reincarnation, and that one is $14.95. And then we have one that is Sun Signs. So if you're looking for astrology, good intro to astrology, that one, it is also $14.95. And then we also have in this rack some local Tacoma books, Tacoma Curiosities. So if you're looking for kind of legends and things like that, that's a local book from History Press. That's $21.99. We have quite a few copies of that one. We have another starter book, Fairies Plain and Simple. That is $14.95. We have, while we're at Eastern Studies, the Feng Shui, Plain and Simple, $14.95. I'm sensing a pattern here. And then we have also in this rack some other Tacoma things. Tacoma's Haunted History, and that again is done by the History Press. They do beautiful books. That's $21.99. So if you're into like ghost hunting and things like that. And we also have the Cemeteries of Tacoma. That one is History Press as well, $21.99. And they do kind of go out a little bit into the more local area. So that is our rack in the corner, and I'm going to pop back into our bookshelves. We have astrology. That's The Art of Predictive Astrology, first up by Carol Rushman, and that is $21.95. I may just set it aside in order to preempt the landslide. Planets for Pagans, Sacred Sites, Ancient Lore, and Magical Stargazing. This is something I wanted to read but haven't had time to yet. That one's $19.95, but it sounds really interesting. Star Signs to Guys, if you're trying to figure out what in the heck they're thinking. I don't know if this is helpful, but it's $12.95 if you want to give it a shot. We have the Moon Sign book. These are half off because they're annual planner kind of books. Of course, they never go out of style. The information in there is going to still be relevant. But anyway, we have 2 copies left of that. Oh, I take it back. There's 3, and they're half off, $12.99. So just $6.50 if you need a Moon Sign Almanac from Llewellyn. And then we have Dream Wisely Lunar Companion. This one is also an almanac. It goes spring to fall of 2020. This is kind of an independent publisher. It's $24.99. And this one, it has all kinds of different things, different spreads, intuition. It's got a lot going on. So again, these are a little bit more than just your average planner. There's a lot of information that can be for any time, but I like this because it kind of works with what is going on at the time. And you can kind of do some divination about it, set some goals, and then it's a nice reference book to look back on. Next category we have is dreams. So we have a book called Dream Sight, a dictionary guide for interpreting any dream. It's super thick. I don't know if you can see that over there. Ooh, there's my landslide. Super thick. That one is just $22.99. All right, I'm going to set that aside and try to wrangle my books. Good times in the book department. Next up, we have the Gypsy Dream Dictionary. This is a classic from Buckland. Woo, there we go. Landslide. And $13.99 on that one. All right, I'm going to just set that aside. Oh, yay, assistance, thanks. This is a really fun thing. I never know how it's going to work on my... Okay, we have Llewellyn's Little Book of Dreams. This is a hardcover. It's got really pretty blue pages. $12.99 on that one. It's all in your dreams. That one is 5 Portals to an Awakened Life. That is $16.95. The Old Girl's Book of Dreams. That's a pretty classic one as well. That's $13 even. Lucky number 13. A to Z Dreams. This is a nice spiral bound, very thick book. That one, it's only $11.99. How is that only $11.99? I don't know. Great deal. Okay, working through my landslide here. Okay, so We have another tiny hardcover book. This is Be Your Own Dream Interpreter. That one is $9.95. We have a dream journal, so you can write down your dreams. That's $22.99. Rockpool Publishing. It's lined. They have very light lines, so it's got some inspirational stuff, some info stuff, and then a journal, so you can do your own dream journal. And then next up, we have some more dream journals. So this one, dream journal, it's $19.99. We have 3 copies of those. And then this one, dream journal with dream definitions, that one, it's also $19.99. And I'm just going to kind of show you the inside of the journal so that you can kind of see what's going on. So some are lead activities, some are free writing. There's a lot of information and places to record things in there. And then last but not least, on this very floppy shelf, we have Learning the New Secret Language of Dreams, which is also a very gorgeous book. That one is $19.99. All right. So we're moving on here. We have the Little Book of Spirit Reading. So these are in our Guides, Guardians, and Spirits section. The Little Book of Spirit Readings, that one, it's $19.95. We have Otherworldly Encounters. So again, back into the kind of ghost sightings. This is UFOs, abductions, otherworldly encounters. That's $17.99. And then we have Paranormal Parasites. Ooh, the voracious appetites of soul-sucking supernatural entities. There you have it. That one's $16.99. And for something completely different, we have Simply Angels. And this is another kind of starter book, the Simply line. That one's $9.95. We have also from Buckland, Raymond Buckland, Solitary Seance, How to Talk to Spirits on Your Own. So if you don't have anybody to talk to, you can make some new friends. All right, Souls on Earth, Exploring Interplanetary Past Lives. That one, it's $18.99. We have a couple of vampire books. So we have Constantinos, Vampires, and that one's $16.99. And then we have Vampires Are Us by Margot Adler, and it's Understanding Our Love Affair with the Dark Side. That one is $18.95. All right, we have, this is a fun book, came out last year, Varla Ventura's Paranormal Parlor, Ghosts, Seances, True Hauntings. There's 4 copies. That one is $16.95. We have Buckland's Book of Spirit Communication. So it's Uncle Bucky's Big Red Book, not the blue book. And that one is $22.99. All kinds of good info in there as per usual with Raymond Buckland. We have very hardcover, large Encyclopedia of Mystic Saints and Sages. That is got all kinds of stuff in it. It's from Judika Isles, and that one is $32.99. So that one, let me just open it there, kind of reads like an encyclopedia. So lots of info, lots of reading, Judika Isles. Then we have Haunting Experiences, Encounters with Otherworldly Things. That's Michelle Bellinger, who I believe used to be local. I'm not sure if she's still from the local area. That's $18.99. And then we have about another landslide coming. I can feel it. All right. Haunted Spaces, Sacred Places, a field guide to stone circles, crop circles, ancient tombs, supernatural landscapes. That looks interesting. That one's $15.99. We have something called Kiss the Wind. That one is very pretty. That's $12. Doorway to the Otherworld. So Understanding Elementals and Fairies. And then in that section, we have Secrets of Spirit Communication, Techniques for Tuning in and Making Contact. So if you're trying to develop your psychic senses and your communication, that's $17.99. All right. So, of course, because what goes with all these woo-woo books, Sage and Smudge. So you can also cleanse your space if you get new friends that you don't want. That is the ultimate guide. We featured that in our Sage as well. When we did our Sage video, Herbs video, that one's $14.98. It's a great book. Then we have our hardcover collection here. These are going to be nice collectible kind of tabletop books, Dragons, Myth, Legends, and Lore. They're hardcover. They have these kind of rough, torny pages on the end, so they're a very tactile book. I like that myself. That is $16.99. We have, so that was Dragons. We also have Fairies. That one, my guess, is probably the same price for all of them. Yep, $16.99. There's a couple copies of that. We have also a landslide. I knew it was coming. I really could use help in this section. Mermaids, $16.95, and unicorns. And again, they're all hardcover. That one's $16.99. I don't know why there's a 4-cent difference in the last one, but you can kind of see how it's laid out. It has these really nice rough edge pages. So a nice little coffee table collectible set. And now I'm going to figure out how to get to the floor to read these better. I'm going to pull up a reading chair. This is going to help me get down there so I can show you these books and keep them on the shelf. So here we go. All right. And we're back. These are our essential oils, flora, kind of our herbal things, which is perfect time. I know everybody's out working in their garden that I've talked to. It's been great weather for that. So we have an Herbalist Guide to Formulary. That one is a beautiful book. That is $19.99. We have Aromatherapy, The Art of Aromatherapy. If you're working with essential oils, that one, it's $19.95. All right, and then we have Authentic Aromatherapy, Essential Oils Blends for Health, Beauty, and Home. That one is $19.99. And then I don't know if you can see how thick this book is, but it's pretty huge. When it says it's the complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy, expanded and revised, 800 things in here, I believe it. It's like 5 books worth, you guys. All right, so there's the front cover. It's the 25th anniversary edition, so we know that's been out for a while. I'm even going to try to take it off my shelf. This is only $26.95. So if you want the everything book, we have got you covered. Wyland's Book of Incense, if you're wanting to make some incense on your own at home, that is $14.95. We, of course, sell probably just about everything you would need in our herb section. You can watch the herb section video or give us a call if you have some things and want to try making it at home. Essential Oils for Emotional Well-Being, more than 400 recipes on that. That looks like a pretty good book. It's also very thick. That one is $37.99. Seems like it would be very appropriate for what we're all going through right now. All right, we have the Green Wiccan Herbal, 52 Magical Herbs and Spells and Witchy Rituals. That one looks really awesome. So that's going to be on the inside cover, I think. Let me see. Okay, that one, it's $19.95 for the Green Wiccan Herbal. Then we have the Heart of Aromatherapy, Easy Use Guide for Essential Oils, has over 100 recipes in there. That one, it's $19.99. And then we have Homeopathy. This is a hardcover book, Practical Guide, Simple Remedies for Natural Health. That one, it's only $9.99. And then we have another incense book. We have Incense Magic by Carl Neal. And fun fact, I was at one of the pagan conferences and got to make incense with Carl Neal because he was teaching a hands-on incense making class for Dragon's Blood incense. And it was pretty cool. That book, it's $16.95. All right, then we have Magical Aromatherapy, Scott Cunningham, of course, one of our favorites. That's why there's over 200,000 copies sold, as it states on the cover. That's $8.99 if you want a Cunningham classic on your shelf. We have Sacred Smoke, Art of Smudging in Modern Times. This is $9.95. And then we have Smart Mom's Guide to Essential Oils. Natural Solutions for Healthy Family, Toxin-Free Home, and Happier You. Probably also some useful things for what we're going through right now. That's $15.95. All right, we have The Witching Herbs, 13 Essential Plants and Herbs for Your Magical Garden. It says just 13, but this is a pretty thick book, so it probably goes very in-depth on that. That is $18.95. All right, so down here, we have just a few copies left of the Complete Idiot's Guides. I know that people hate that title, but this is written in very easy to understand language. The books, I have a couple. There's a lot of reference material in them. They're kind of read like encyclopedias, but not boring, which can be the thing with encyclopedias. So I really like them for starter books. So the first one we have is Communicating with Spirits. That one is $21.99. We also have Numerology. So Complete Idiot's Guide to Numerology. That is $19.95. We have also the Numerology Workbook. So that one I think is going to be more hands-on for a more in-depth personal numerology working for yourself. That one's $21.99. We have the Complete Idiot's Guide to Zen Living. That one, it's only $16.95. All right. And then the Wicca and Witchcraft. So that one is got to be pretty good starter book if somebody is kind of wanting to delve into the topic. That's $21.99. This looks like it's one of the larger editions, so cool. All right, I've read one of the earlier editions. All right, so now across the way over here, we have Celtic and Norse. We're sadly very sold out on our Celtic and Norse. We usually have quite a few more books on heathenry and Asatru. So that is just out of stock right now. We are doing book orders. We will be probably getting some of those in hopefully in June, no later than June. But again, it just takes a little bit of time for everything to go up and running. What we do have is Beyond the North Wind, Fall and Rise of the Mystic North. That one, it's $18.95. And we have also an Invitation to Celtic Wisdom, Little Guide of Mystery, Spirit, and Compassion. That one, it's $15.95. The Bardic Book of Becoming, Introduction to Modern Druidry. That one, it is $24.95. We have Avalon Within, A Sacred Journey of Myth, Mystery, and Inner Wisdom. That one, it's $24.99. We have The Cup of Destiny, Quest for the Grail. And that one, it's $16.95. There's a couple copies of that one. All right, here's our oversized section. This one, it's half off. It's the Sheila Nagig book. If you have any workings with her, it's Dark Goddess of Sacred Power. This is a hardcover, very large, very heavy book. And I'm going to try, it was holding up all the rest apparently. So let me just show you, oh, there it goes, landslide. So show you the back cover. And then I'm going to take a look inside for that price. It's $35, but it's half off. So that would be $17.50 if you're interested in that book. I'm going to try to keep these all upright and still tell you what they are. Wish me luck. We have a practical guide to the Lenormand Oracle cards. This is a very compact but hardcover book. I did talk about the Lenormand a little bit in our Tarot and Oracle video. This one's $18.95, and I'm sorry with the glare. It's wrapped in plastic, so it's all pristine. Also, Catherine, the reader that we have in the store, she does Lenormand class, and she's pretty fantastic. So if you are interested in Lenormand at all, we not only have a ton of Lenormand decks, but also she does that Lenormand series quite frequently, and everybody that takes class with her really loves it. So, so do check that out when we reopen. We have the Genesis and Geometry of the Labyrinth, and that's a very large book. As you can see, heavy book. It's super big. It takes up the whole camera. It's $29.95. And then we have the Llewellyn's Complete Book of Divination, Richard Webster. I really love Richard Webster's writing, and any complete book that we know complete is never really complete, but I do find that there's a ton of information packed into these books by Llewellyn. This one's $29.99. It's going to touch on literally probably every thing of divination. As you can see, other books by Richard Webster. He's a pretty prolific author, and I enjoy his writing. All right, hardcover book, super big book. Again, we're in the oversized section. How to Tell the Future. This one, it's a huge book. Probably goes into just about every form of divination. Again, this is only $16.99. How is that only $16.99? It's huge. I could lift weights with this book. So if I get bored, we can't go to the gym, I'm going to start lifting weights with that book unless you buy it. All right, we have Myths and Legends. Complete illustrated encyclopedia with over 1,250 entries covering the world's most fascinating cultures, societies, and civilizations. That looks nice and interesting. That one's only $17.99. And it looks to have what I'm going to think. It looks like, yeah, there's lots of color pictures. And when I'm reading things on history, I actually do appreciate pictures in the book. Kind of breaks up the monotony for me. We have just some little kind of coloring books, maybe? No, I don't know if that's coloring or not. It's the Shadowscapes, Art of Shadowscapes Tarot. So yeah, it's actually, if you work with Stephanie Law's Shadowscapes Tarot at all, it goes in depth about the creation of that book, which is kind of cool. That one's $19.99. We have Yarn World fairy tales, fables, and folklore. Characters you can craft with yarn. That's super cute. So if you're stuck inside, now the kids are out of school, and you want to make something adorable, this would probably be your book. That one's $19.95, but look at Rapunzel. Like, that's really super cute. Looks like crafty goodness in here. So if you like that book. And then last but not least, we have Numerology, Reveal Your True Character and Destiny. That one's only $14.95. All right, going on to their wellness shelf, we have All Good Things, a treasury of images to uplift the spirits and reawaken wonder. This is a hardcover book. It's very thick. Looks like it's got one of those bookmarks in the back. That one, it's $24.95. And we have Creative Visualization. Creative Visualization, using power of your imagination to create what you want in life. That's useful. That one is $16.99. And I hear the phone ringing, but we're not going to answer it until after we're done. So sorry, whoever's calling us. Meditation Workshop. This one includes a CD, so this could be handy. It's a pretty compact book. That one's only $14.99. My guess is that it has different exercises, different ways to do meditations, all kinds. So this looks like a really super cool book. Meditation Workshop with CD. We have Happiness Hacks, 300 Simple Ways to Get and Stay Happy. That looks also fun. That is $15.99. Hack Your Way to a Happier Life. We have Pagan Prayer Beads. And that is similar to like rosaries. Typically, a lot of times we have 108 on ours. That's kind of neat. That's $16.95. All right, we have The Power of Awareness. Includes Awakened Imagination. That is $7.95. The Sacred Word. That is $24.95. Coppleben, so it is a UK publishing. And then we have this cool little kit. It's a book and affirmation card set of mindfulness meditation. I'll flip that over. That's $24.99. Kind of give you a picture of what is all going on in there. All right. This one has naughty words, but they're bleeped out, so it's give up. And that is a brief inventory of ways in which you can. It's actually a popular book, as all of our F-bomb books seem to be. We have quite a few copies because it just came in before we shut down. That one is $16.95. And let's see. Okay, so here are our crystal books. Some of them. We may also have some in the crystal set. And I'm going to go ahead and just pull these out. This one we have The Ancient Stone Reading. It's a hardcover book, and that one, it's $24.99. We have quite a few copies of it. We have the Book of Crystal Grids. So that's a pretty neat book if you've not made crystal grids before. Practical Guide to Achieving Your Dreams. I like working with crystal grids. We have a few copies of that. And of course, it's probably on the inside cover here. That one, it's $19.95. And you can see, just flip through a little bit. It's got lots and lots of grid layouts. So that's a beautiful book. We have just 2 of those. Book of Crystal Grids. And then we have Crystal Divination by Cassandra Eason. That one's only $6.95. We have 2 of those. And then we have 4 of the next book. That one is Crystal Tips and Cures, little pocket book of, has lots of nice pictures in that one. That one's $14.95. So if you're looking to work with your crystals for a variety of reasons, that one's a good one. Crystal Chakra Healing. We have 2 of these books, Complete Guide to Crystal Chakra Healing. And that one is also, of course, in the inside cover, so bear with me. $19.95. And that one is similar, same author as the Crystal Grid book. So lots of beautiful full color crystal pictures in that as well. And fun fact, if you don't have all the crystals, but you have a picture of the crystal, you can still work with that crystal energy. So just in case you're ever thinking you don't have enough to work with, if you can picture a crystal, you can work with that energy. We have Crystal Companion, that's Judy Hall, and we love Judy Hall. She writes a number of crystal books. This is $22.99. Judy Hall has also done all the crystal Bibles, which will be coming up on the next set of shopping. All right, we've got Crystals for Mom. This might make a nice Mother's Day gift. Learn how to heal yourself, protect your child, find balance with the power of crystals. It's a nice hardcover book. There's 2 of them. That one, it's $16.99. And if you do want something for Mother's Day, we could totally pair you up with a book and some crystals for Mom. Crystal Intentions, Practices for Manifesting Wellness. That is $19.95. And then we have Crystal Resonance. Show you that. Combining gemstones, essential oils, flower essences for overall well-being, enhanced well-being. That one is $19.99. And we have Crystal Skulls. So we have crystal skulls, and we actually have crystal skulls. So if you're looking for, this is done by Judy Hall again. But if you're looking for an actual crystal skull to go with that, let me know. $16.95. We will be doing a crystal video live shopping next Tuesday with some of our new crystals from Tucson, and we have a heck of a lot of skulls in there. So tune in. I think it's actually not next Tuesday. It's 2 weeks from Tuesday for those crystals. All right, so lots of people ask for beginner's book, but now we have the advanced version, or the next step. This is Crystals Beyond Beginners with Margaret Ann Lembo, who is another favorite of mine. She's from Florida. Very nice person, very easy to understand. $16.99. So if you want a little bit next step book there. This one is Crystals for Karmic Healing. Transform your future by releasing your past. Looks pretty interesting. That one, it's $24.95. All right. So I lost half my viewers. I see there's only 11 at the top. Am I boring you? Please tell me if I'm boring you. We'll move on. I'm like, do you want to see something different? Crystals for Love and Relationships. Your guide to 100 crystals and their mystical powers. This is a hardcover book. Very beautiful. That one, it's $14.95. And we have a couple of those. How to Use a Crystal, Richard Webster, 50 Practical Rituals and Spiritual Activities for Inspiration and Well-Being. That one, it's $15.99. Then we have the Little Pocket Book of Crystal Chakra Healing, and that one is $14.95. And actually the little pocket books are not little or pocket size at all. I don't know why they say that, but there's my hand and there's this book. So it's really a lot bigger than that. So not sure why they do that, but there it is. The Magic of Crystals and Gems, Unlocking the Supernatural Power of Stones. That is $18.95. And then we have Mystical Crystals, Magical Stones with Gems for Wealth, Health, Happiness. That one, it is $15.95. Power of Crystals Journal, a guided journal to magical crystals, gems, stones for healing, transformation. This is by Judy Hall. This is a hardcover journal, and that is $17.99. All right. Okay, the Power of Crystals. Practices to enhance health, harmony, and happiness. I love all these crystal books and their beautiful crystal pictures. That one's $22.99. All right, so I'm not reading the comments as I read the books on the shelf, so I'm just going to kind of scroll through this a little bit, but I did see the last one pop up. Casey asked about shipping. So shipping is actually very affordable on books because they can be sent media mail, which is only usually like a few bucks or less. Also, we are offering a special that if your purchase is over $50, you will get your shipping for free. So you don't have to really worry about shipping at that point. Also, we're throwing in freebies for everybody. So there's a little Crescent Moon Love. There's a little extra something going into every box. So there are bonuses as well. So shipping though is very affordable, especially if you're in the state, but we ship worldwide. So if you want to send it to someone halfway across the country, we can facilitate that. Okay, so we're at the divination section, and I don't know, we did kind of go over these books with the tarot, but I can go over them again if y'all are willing to bear with me. There are quite a few of them. We're doing okay on time, but it's already, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it's been 40 minutes and I've only gotten through 2 shelves. This takes much, much longer than we think. So what I can do is maybe, instead of reading the front and back covers, maybe I can just kind of show you each book to kind of make it a little more brief. But I'm going to do my best to get through this whole section. So, all right, let's just go for it. 8 ways to tell your fortune. This one covers everything: tarot, numerology, palmistry, runes, reading auras, pendulum, I Ching, zodiac, crystal zodiac. That's pretty cool. That book, it's $17.95. And 33 Ways to Tell Your Future. That is a cool book by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. They do many divination things. They've been around for a very long time. This one, okay, I'm looking, Sterling Publishing. I'm trying to find, okay, what was it? $14.95 on that one. All righty. So then we have the Book of Fortunes. That's a hardcover book. And that one, it's $16.95. The Book of Psychic Symbols. That is $16.99. Crystal balls and crystal bowls. And again, we have all of those. So if you're looking for actual crystal balls and bowls, we'll try to get to that in the crystal video. But we have a ton. We have crystal singing bowls. They're beautiful. We have many crystal balls. So if you're looking for that, please give us a call and we're happy to personal shop for you. $17.99 on that one. All right. We have easy tarot reading because why not? We like it to be easy. That's $17.99. Divining the Future. This is the Everything Divining the Future book. So everything books are kind of like those kind of complete idiot books where it's definitely a lot of information and easy to understand information in one compact thing. This one's only $14.99. So if you're interested in all forms of divination, I would suggest that. That's pretty great. Fortune Teller's Handbook. I just love that guy's face. It's a classic image, a classic like circus poster image. But that one, it's $16.95. We've got a couple. All right, I'm going to change hands here. Whew, it's a workout. Introduction to Tarot. Introduction to Tarot. This is also another book that I recommend. And if you're beginning book, that one's $19.99. That has a lot of good information for a beginner book. It's based on the Rider-Waite images. We have the Book of Fortune Telling. That one is $7.99. We have It's in the Cards, Find Your Future in Any Deck of Cards. So again, some playing card instruction. That one, it's $9.95. How to Tell the Future. How to Tell the Future. I think I've already gone over this one. It looks familiar. It has the everything's in it. I think I did. But anyway, here's another copy of that. This one's only marked $9.99. It's a huge book. It's got lots of pictures. That's a great value if you're interested in the combo books. We do have the Pictorial Key to the Tarot. I like this for beginners, so it's nice to pair this up with a Rider-Waite and ship that off for anybody that is looking for a nice starter set. This book's only $9.99, and we have all those things. So if you're looking for that, there's our Rider-Waites. That book is a great book. We'd love to hook you up with a starter set to begin reading. This, if you have the Medicine Woman cards, that is the book that goes with them. That's their companion book, $14.95. Not often do tarot have a companion book, only occasionally, but it's a nice, more in-depth study of that deck. All right, here we have Be Your Own Palm Reader. That's a nice little hardcover book. That one, it's $9.95. We have 2 copies. We have a lot of copies of this Perfect Tarot Divination. This goes with the Jungian Tarot. And that one, it's $12.99. All right, 78 Degrees of Wisdom. 78 Degrees of Wisdom is a tarot journey of self-awareness. Why they have spaced out those in different ways, I don't even know. But that's $22.99. And then Tarot Psychology. It's another Robert Wang book. Goes with the Jungian Tarot. That one's $12.99. Tarot Psychology. All right, I'm going to kind of skip over the decks since we've already done those. We have Intuitive Tarot, Discovering the Power of Your Intuition, Using Tarot as a Tool. So again, nice beginner kind of book. That one's $10.95. And then we have maybe, or maybe not, but it says The Only Tarot Book You'll Ever Need. That is a great everything book. That one's $18.99. We have Tarot Magic. If you're looking for ceremonial magic and Golden Dawn correspondences in your tarot, this is a great book to put with like the Crowley Tarot. That's by Donald Tyson. That's $17.99. We have Tarot Talismans, and this one, Invoke the Angels of Tarot, by the authors of the Golden Dawn Magical Tarot. That one's $27.99. So if you're looking for a little bit more high magic, those last 2 books are going to be for you. We have Tarot Time Traveler, Enhance Your Modern Readings with the Wisdom of the Past. That's a very heavy book. That's $19.99. We have Understanding the Patterns of Your Life and Taking Charge of Destiny. So that seems like somebody who needs to get their stuff together's book. That one is $17.99. Tarot companion book for the Tarot of the Orishas, if you have that tarot, $17.99. And then we have Understanding Tarot, and I'm going to try to control the landslide, pardon me. Understanding Tarot. We have 2 of these books. They're hardcover books. They're actually really, really nice books. We just got them in before the shutdown. That one is $14.95. Discover the cards and what they really mean to you. All right, next we've got our beginner series. So this is a Llewellyn beginner series, and I love these books. They're easy to understand. They're written by a variety of authors. Some are known to me, some are not known to me, but they're all pretty easy to understand information. They break it down. It's easy to follow. Here's one by Richard Webster. That's Amulets and Talismans. That one's $14.99. There's a couple copies of that one. And we have also Color Magic for beginners, Richard Webster. That one, it's $15.99. And we have Crystal Ball Reading for beginners, Alexandra Charon. She's actually a Seattle local, and that one, it's $14.95. And again, we have crystal balls if you need them. Nice gift, crystal ball and a book on reading them. Here's Geomancy for beginners, Richard Webster. That's $14.95. Ghost Hunting for beginners. I don't think they have closed these cemeteries. I think they've only closed the state lands. So if you want to get out and about and get some fresh air, $14.95. All right, we've got Herb Magic for Beginners, the only Herb Magic for Beginners book. This is usually stocked in multiple copies, but we have one single one left. That's $14.99. Hypnosis for Beginners, in case you are stuck at home with your spouse and want to give some practice on something. That's $15.99. You will do the dishes. Okay, Numerology for Beginners. That one at $15.99. We have Palm Reading for Beginners, and that is $15.99. Practical Magic for Beginners. Again, something I usually have multiple copies of, but I just have one left. Brandy Williams. This is a great book. I highly recommend it in my beginners books. That's $15.99. Reiki for Beginners. That one, it's $14.99. Spellcasting for Beginners. That's $15.99. A couple of those. And Spirit Boards for Beginners. That one, again, Alexandra Sharon, local, and that's $13.99. We also have spirit boards to go with the Spirit Boards for Beginners. I didn't get a chance to show them in divination, but again, I'm happy to do that. If you give us a call, we can send photos. We do have spirit boards. They're bigger, so maybe not the best rate on shipping, but anyway, they are available though. And then we have our Crystal Bible. So Crystal Bible, written by Judy Hall. It's kind of like the book that people use for crystals. It's got everything in there. And that's $21.99. We have, I think, a few copies. I'm just going to kind of flip through so you can see there's beautiful pictures. Every page breaks down the magical and mundane for each crystal. Because you can only fit so many crystals in one book, they've made many books. This is a Crystal Bible too. It's another 200 stones, same kind of format. That one's $21.99. And we have a few of copies of those. I think we have 4 or 5 copies of those. And then we have the Crystal Bible 3 with even more stones. So there's just a whole cool series. That's $21.99. These are kind of the book to have on your shelf for reference. And also in our Bible series, and Bible just means books, y'all. So some people get caught up in that word, but it's Bible literally means book. We have the Fairy Bible. That one, it's $14.95. We have the Feng Shui Bible. That one, there's a cover of that. Good compact lifelong shelf books, $14.95. We have the Meditation Bible. And a lot of times people say they cannot meditate. I might be doing some instructional videos to prove them wrong. I think anybody can meditate. That's $14.95. These books are certainly helpful, but I may have some helpful techniques. This is the Mindfulness Bible, complete guide to living in the moment. And that is really kind of so important topic right now. That's $21.99. And there's a couple of those. We have Mythical Creatures Bible. So, the Kraken is in here, and centaurs and phoenixes and all kinds of cool things. A definitive guide to legendary beings. That one's $14.95. And we have the Sacred Sex Bible. So as you can see, that one's going to be all kinds of stuff from the way back that looks like a Babylon carving there. That one, it's going to be $19.95. And then, last but not least, Philosophy in Minutes, 200 key concepts explained in an instant. That one, it's $12.99. So that finishes out our shelf. And I'm just going to stand back up. I've been sitting too long. And now there's witchcraft. So where are we at? We're in witchcraft. All right. We got 7 minutes to get through the rest of these books. Can I do it? I don't know. I'm going to talk fast. I thought I was already talking fast. We might go a little over, so hang out with me and we'll maybe go a little over. We have 5-minute magic for modern witches, rapid rituals, swift spells. We have 2 copies of that. That one, it's on the inside cover. That is $19.95. And that must be a new book. I haven't actually seen that book yet, which is kind of cool. Magician's Handbook, Modern Magician's Handbook. That one's $18.99. Toth Publishers. That's another UK publishing company. We have The Cunning Man's Grimoire. And that one is a hardcover book. That is $65. It's got all kinds of stuff. Sourceworks of Ceremonial Magic. So, pretty cool. All right. That must be a new book too. So we've got Advanced Witchcraft by Elaine McCoy. Advanced Witchcraft. That one's $24.99. We have the Wicca Cookbook. Wicca Cookbook, Recipes, Ritual, and Lore, second edition. That one is $19.99. And The Elements of Ritual, that's Deborah Lipp. That's a classic. That one's $23.99. We have Everyday Sun Magic by Dorothy Morrison, also a classic, $12.95. We have Everyday Witch A through Z, that's Deborah Blake, and that's a pretty good size book. If you have not seen Deborah Blake's YouTube videos, I've been watching those, and I really like them. That one's $19.99. Everyday Witchcraft, 366 Ways to Witchify Your Life, and that is $17.99. The Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard, that's Oberon Zell, and that's $22.99. The Grimoire of Lady Sheba, that one, it's $17.99. We have High Magic 2. There is a one, but we just don't have it. This one is Theory Practice Expanded. High Magic, that one's $34.99. And we have a book called Initiate, Circle of Water, Course Study in the Old Religion. That one's $22.99. We have L.A. Witch from Fiona Horn, Guide to Coven Magic, and $14.95. So you remember back in the day, they had that TV show and they had a bunch of people living together and she was on it. What was that called? Okay, Living Paganism. That one is, teeny tiny price, $17.99. Living Temple of Witchcraft, Volume 2, that's Christopher Penczak. That is $23.95. He has about 5 books in that series. We have that one only in stock. Sorry about that. Again, another time we would have all of those, but just not right now. Living Wicca by Scott Cunningham. This is a classic. We have 5 copies of it on our shelf, where it means we're about half sold out. $15.99. It's a great book. Low Magic by Lon Milo Luquette. And Low Magic, it's actually, if you've never heard Lon Milo Duquette speak, you really should. $17.99. He's got an interesting take on just about everything, and I really enjoy hearing him. I've seen him in person many times. Mansions of the Moon for the Green Witch, Anamora, Complete Book of Lunar Magic. That one is $21.99. We have Modern Wicca by Michael Howard. That's $21.99. The Meaning of Witchcraft by Gerald Gardner. That one, it's $24.99. 2 of these very large books. Magician's Companion, Practical Encyclopedia Guide for Religious Symbolism. That is $34.99. Modern Magic, Donald Michael Craig, Expanded Revised Edition. This book is literally huge. You could also lift weights with it. $34.99. Necronomicon, Donald Tyson. That one's $21.99. Neo-Pagan Rites. That one is Isaac Bonewitz, and that is $15.95. There's another in the series, The Outer Temple of Witchcraft by Christopher Penczak. That one, it's $27.99. All right, and I know you guys were looking at these self-care books we had just posted on our Instagram, and I did see some comments kind of scroll up, and I know Daniel's taking care of that comment, so these might already be sold, or he might have grabbed them. But here's what I got left on my shelf. This series is $12.99. They're a compact hardcover book. They're very beautiful. The covers are nice, kind of fabricy and shiny. They're all $12.99. We have left Self-Care for Aquarius, Self-Care for Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, and Virgo. All right, so these books, again, they're really beautiful. It's a new series that came out. They've literally flew off our shelves faster than I could expected. So there are still a few signs left, so you can get in on that. next to that, we have those Zodiac coloring books also featured on our Instagram. They're 24 astrological designs, have kind of like a shiny cover. We love shiny. They're $10.99, and just kind of, you know, getting an inside look at this book. This is Aries, so it's really fiery and summer filled and things like that. So it's your cosmic coloring book by sign. And what we have here is Aries, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Virgo. So if you need one of these books for your very own, please let us know. I find coloring to be really soothing. I've been putting baskets, gift baskets, Easter baskets, etc. together with coloring books. It takes a while to do it, and it gets your mind off of things and makes you focus on the coloring, which really soothes and relaxes you. So if you're interested in coloring books, we do have a ton. I'll just show you right now, spinners and spinners of coloring books. So also there's a whole shelf over here of witchy coloring books. I'm running out of time now, but we will send it to you if you need a coloring book. All right, these are nice hardcover book series. We have the Modern Witchcraft Grimoire by Sky Alexander. That is $16.99. Modern Witchcraft Spellbook, also by Sky Alexander. This is a nice series as well. That one's $16.99. They're nice hardcover, good sized books. Wicca, A Modern Practitioner's Guide. That one is also a hardcover. That's $15.99. And then I am almost done, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. All right, I'm just going to pop down here so I can get to these easier. Going back to that Penzak series, here's another book, The Temple of High Witchcraft. This is a huge book. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. Ceremony, Spheres, and Witches Kabbalah. That's $29.99. Then we have something completely different, a Witch's Notebook. That's Silver Ravenwolf. That's $14.99. Witchcraft on a Shoestring, Deborah Blake. That one, again, I really like Deborah Blake. $16.99. Should check her out on YouTube if you haven't. Witchcraft Theory and Practice by Lai DeAngelis. That one is a classic at $16.99. All right, then we have a couple more Ravenwolves. We have To Light a Sacred Flame. This is book 2. We don't have book 1, which is To Ride a Silver Broomstick. That one is sold out right now. We do commonly carry it. These are the other 2 books in that series. $24.99, To Light a Sacred Flame and To Stir a Magic Cauldron. $24.99. And then we have a really large book. As you can see, there's 2 of those. The Ultimate Book of Shadows for the New Generation. It's Solitary Witchcraft. It's a huge book. We have 2 of them. They're $24.99. And all right, Cart Full of Magic, your secret supermarket shopping list. So if you're a kitchen witch, that might be for you. That's $15.99. And then we have Advanced Candle Magic, Raymond Buckland. So again, if you are beyond beginners, this is a nice follow-up. That's $16.99 for that one. And then we have Alter Your Space, which is kind of not in the appropriate place. Should be over in the other section, but that's cool. It's a nice coffee table book. It's actually huge. I can't even picture the whole thing in my camera. Beautiful, gorgeous pictures on that. And full color, Alter Your Space. That one's $29.95. And then we have The Apprentice Witch's Spellbook, which I haven't seen yet. So this is maybe kind of a new one, or maybe I just haven't seen it yet. That one's $18.99. We have The Book of Shadows by Scott Cunningham. That was published posthumously. This is a $22.99 hardcover book. And then hiding back here, I don't know why it's hiding back here, but I'm going to dig it out. That's Aphrodisia, Homemade Love Potions. That one's $12.99, hardcover book. The Book of Witchery by Ellen Dugan. Charms, Correspondences for Each Day of the Week. I like this book a lot. That one's $24.99. We have the Candle Lighting Workbook, which is kind of a magazine style book. That one, it's $12.95. Complete Book of Amulets and Talismans. This is a classic. I think it's been on my shelf for the last I don't even know, like maybe 30 years. It didn't look like this when I bought it. That one's $19.99. The Grimoire of Aleister Crowley. That one, it's for group magic, and that is $29.95. Now, if you're feeling bored and you need something to do, we have something called Hex Your Ex. Hex Your Ex is a cute little pocketbook with a hardcover, and that one is $13.99. I love the campy books. The campy spell books are kind of my favorite. Goddess Spells for busy girls. That's $14.95. This, we have 4 copies of this Love Charms book, and that one, it is $6.95. We have Love, Luck, and Lore. That one's cute. That one, it's $14.95. We have Christopher Hughes. No, Michael Hughes. I thought it was Christopher Hughes. Magic for the Resistance, Rituals and Spells for Change, which is just about appropriate also for these times. That's $15.99. One of those. Oh goodness, we're getting kind of folly and also out of control over here. So I'm going to dig back in the back because there's a book hiding and there's book hiding. Let's see what it is. Moonspell Magics for Love. That one, it is $18.99. And then we have Moonspell Magic, just in general. That one, it is $18.95. All right, there's a second copy of that Moonspells Magic for Love, so we already know what's there. We have Money Magic, one book of Money Magic, how to use magic to gain prosperity. Patricia Telesco, that one, it is $13.99. We have Poppet Magic, so there are your dollies, your poppets, patterns, and also good for crafty witches. That's $22.95. Pretty decent size book there. We have Sacred Objects, Sacred Space, Everyday Tools for the Modern Day Witch. That is $19.99. And I'm going to really have to sort these books out later. Shadow Magic Compendium. Shout out to Raven Digitalis, my Facebook friend who just moved to Hawaii. I really like Raven's writing. And that is $22.99. We have Steampunk Magic. Working magic aboard the airship. So if you're into steampunks or know somebody that is and they're witchy, you may want to get them that book. That's really cute. $16.95. Also, we have Steampunk Dragons. They're not on my shelf, but we have them. Spells for Tough Times. Crafting Hope when faced with life's thorniest challenges, which would also be appropriate. This is a hugely thick book. Very heavy. It's $29.99. So that could be of use right now. We have The Witching Hour by Silver Ravenwolf. That's $22.99. And then Laura Tempest Zakroff, who moved away from us. She used to be local, but now she's on the East Coast. Shout out to Laura. The Witch's Cauldron. That one's $15.99. I think it's one of the only books about cauldrons, and I really love it. And I also love cauldrons, and I also love Laura Zakroff. So there you have it. And then The Witch's Athame, Tomato, by Jason Mankey. If you've never met that man, he is also a hoot. $15.99. I like his writing. They're going to change these covers and make them look all more classy like that. So I like the fun covers better. This is the last copy of those. So you could have that one and have the old style before they change cover. All right, just a few more books on the bottom here. The Witch's Guide to Wands, which is pretty cool. That's $19.95. Tells all about making your own wand if you want one to. Titania's Magical Compendium. It's huge. Can't even really fit it in the thing. It's heavy. It's hardcover, and it's $17.99. It's so big. It's like falling. Oh, Lordy, these bookshelves are a mess. Okay. So anyway, just so you know, they're full color books. I really like her books. They're kind of cool and interesting coffee table style books. And then we have the Pamela Coleman Smith commemorative set of cards, which I didn't feature on our tarot. So I'm going to kind of do it now. As you can see, this is like a double wide set. Pamela Coleman Smith, of course, the artist of the Rider Waite, which is the Smith Waite Centennial Tarot that's in there. It's a very cool box set. It's $39.99. So we have that. And then now we're into the children's Teens and Families. We don't have a whole lot of books on the next shelf, so if you want to bear with me, hopefully we'll get through this one real quick. This one's called Break the Mold, Family Pattern, Family Karma, and Elizabeth Borges. She actually came and did a book signing, was scheduled to do a book signing for us, $8.99. We have a few of those books left, and I want to say they're signed, but I could be wrong. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Then we have the hardcover books of the Young Person's School of Magic and Mystery. So think of Hogwarts, but for real people. And this one, actually, even though it says young persons, I'm going to go with this is great for adults too. So it's not just for young people, it's good for all people. So I enjoy them. But I also enjoy Harry Potter. So, you know, whatever. No judgment. That's $18.99, and that's published by Dragonhawk Publishing, which is the late Ted Andrews publishing company. But this is a great series. We have 3 of these books at this time. We have that book, Star Magic. We also have Dreamtime Magic, and that one is $18.95. And then we have Fairy Charms. So again, these are hardcover books. Kind of goes over a lot of things, easy to understand, nice bookshelf collection. Those are $18.95. And then we have Family Wicca, Practical Paganism for Parents and Children. Author of Raising Witches wrote that. That's $18.95. And then we have Flower Fables, nice cute little fairy book. That one's $5.99. We have 4 copies of that one. Landslide. We have Growing Up Pagan, a workbook for Wiccan families. We don't very often get children's books, so it's nice when we do. That one's $19.99, and it has kind of cool stories, activities, things like that for the whole family. All right. We have How to Get Pregnant When You've Tried Everything, Body Mind Guide to Fertility. And that one, it's $19.95. We actually have 2 copies of that. We have Magical Connections, Creating a Lasting Healthy Spiritual Group, including groves, temples, circles, magical families. That one's $14.99. And then we also have The Magical Family, and I'm just going to get down here so I can kind of show you those covers. Magical Family, that one is $19.99, Hands-on Guide to Raising a Magical Family in the Modern World. We have The Sacred Marriage, Honoring the God and Goddess Within Each Other. That one, it's $14.99. And then this is a half-off book. It's Maria Shaw's Stargazer, Guide to the Future, Soul Searching, Making Things Happen. That's $17.99, half off. So what is that? About $9 if you're interested in that book. And then we have a couple of teen books. We have Teen Psychic, Exploring Your Intuitive Spiritual Powers. That one is $14.95. And then we have Teen Dream Power, Unlocking the Meaning of Your Dreams. That one's also $14.95. All right, you guys, we have made it to the last bookshelf. Woohoo! So we already went over the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck and book set by local Amy Brown and her mother Nancy, which is a cute box set. We have Tarot for Self-Care. This is a hardcover book, How to Use Your Tarot to Manifest Your Best Self. It's a very thick book. That one, it is $17.99. We have the Tarot Card Adult Coloring Book, which we also featured in the last video. That's $15. And on the second shelf, we have The Only Book of Wiccan Spells You'll Ever Need, second edition. I don't know, it's kind of small. It's probably not the only book, but it does have a lot of things in there that are useful. That one's $13.99. We have 2 copies of that. And then Spells for Peace of Mind, which is kind of appropriate right now, like things that are calming. I'm going to open that because it's on the inside cover. That one's $16.95. The Witch's Book of Self-Care. So if we don't have your zodiac sign of self-care, this might be nice. It's magical ways to pamper, soothe, and care for your body and spirit. And that one, it's $16.99. There's 2 copies. And then we have the Green Wiccan Magical Spellbook, Compendium of Magical Knowledge. And that one is, of course, on the inside. We have 2 of those. And that one, it's $19.95. The other, last but not least, we have some Wheel of the Year type books. We have the Green Wiccan Year. This is an interesting book. It's hardcover, celebrations, rituals, herbal magic, kitchen witchery. And this one's nice. It reads like a cookbook and it folds flat. So if anybody is a kitchen witch out there, I'm going to try to zoom out so you can see what I mean. You know that things that fold flat are amazing when you're trying to do some cooking and you want your books to be open. So this has things sorted by month. Different things for the month, has little pockets there. You can add your own things. There's my scarf. I'm going to get that out of the way. But it has different things, kind of notes you can take. So it's a little bit of a planner, a little bit of recipes, a little bit of activities, a little bit of everything. It has a nice rubber band, so you can also hold your page on there. But different things for each time of the year. So Green Wiccan Year. And that one, it is $19.95. Then we have Night of the Witches. That is folklore, traditions, and recipes for celebrating Walpurgis Night, which is not right now. But if you want to get a head start on that, that's $16.99. Also, not right now, but a nice book, is The Winter Solstice. This is a hardcover book. It's a Sacred Traditions of Christmas, John Caitlin Matthews. This one, I'm going to go ahead and open because it's on the inside cover. It's $29.99. We have Wheel of the Year by Pauline Campanelli. That one is a classic. This has gotten much bigger since it was on my bookshelf for a very long time. $16.99. We have two great books coming up here. Wicca, Year and a Day. And these are great initiatory starter books for Solitary Eclectic Path. That's $27.99. And then the companion book for that one is Wicca, Another Year and a Day. So it's kind of the follow-up. That one's $29.99. So it has more topics. Kind of pause there so you can read those. And then last but not least, we have the Wiccan Year, and it's got the Wheel of the Year, spells, rituals, holidays, celebrations. We have a couple of those. Those are $13.99. All right, we have Celebrate the Earth, Year of Holidays in the Pagan Tradition, Lori Cabot, $17 even. And then we have Encyclopedia of Goddesses and Heroines, which is a huge book, really pretty book. Encyclopedia style, so that is $29.95. All right, we've got Greek myths, from Titans to Icarus and Odysseus. Greek myths, that's hardcover book, $21.99. And also we're going to have Greek statuary coming up on our week of shopping, a week of online shopping. That'll be next week. Myths and Legends, from Cherokee Dances to Voodoo Trances. This one's got a little bit of everything. That's a hardcover book, a really nice size book. That's only $16.99. We have Indian Myths from India. Ganesh is on the cover there. That is $9.99. We have a couple of those. And then we have The Temple, Meeting Place of Gods, Man, and Common to All Religions. Got it. Okay, $11.99 for that one. And then we have just a few books. If you don't already know, we do take used books. So I'm just going to kind of zoom in on my sign that's down there. I'm not taking them now. Obviously, we can't have anybody on the premises. But when you are done reading your books or you've outgrown them, we definitely accept them for credit. And you can bring them in and trade them for new books or anything else. You get store credit for those. This is Building a Magical Relationship, 5 Points of Love, since it's on our used bookshelf. That one is priced at $7.99. This is usually a very full shelf. If you can see, it's sold out. It's something that gets wiped out and restocked and wiped out consistently because people just love to get some bargains and some books. And we get books that you don't really see always anymore. This one's Titania's Book of Love Spells. I don't know if you've ever seen this book. It's really cool. It's called Bewitched Around the Circle. This is a velvet book, so it feels nice. It's only $9.99 hardcover book because it's in this used book section. So we got that from somebody. I'm pretty sure that's out of print. I don't even think that book exists anymore. From Cave to Sky, Devotional Anthology in honor of Zeus. So if you're working with the Greeks, that one is only $8.99. we have a book called Eternally Bad. It's The Goddesses with Attitude. I actually love this book. It's really cute. And this is a hardcover book. It's rather thick. That one is $11.99. And then just a few more books on the shelf here. I'm Spiritual, Damn It, How to Keep Your Feet on the Ground and Your Head in the Stars. That book is $8.99. And then we have Following Your Path, Using Myths, Symbols, and Images to Explore Your Inner Life. It's a self-discovery kind of thing. That's $9.99. And then, of course, these are also like cannot be ordered one-of-a-kind books. So if you see anything in our used section, it's always good to scoop them. Simple Spells for Love. This is a hardcover book, and that one is $7.99. And then speaking of Sky, Mythical Creatures Oracle by Sky Sybil. This is in our used section. So this was only $17.99, and she's actually local to us. This is open, which many of our decks are not open. So like, whew, if I can open it, it's kind of sealed. It's magnetic, and I need more than one hand. Dan's hand's in there. Yay. Okay. Anyway, this is so funny. You can see I've just destroyed our book section. But anyway, this deck is really cute. It's a local person, and I love how I'm getting assistance now that I have 3 items left. But anyway, my lovely assistant is showing you the cards. We do also take your used card deck. So if you need to trade them in to get new card decks, totally bring them in with your books. And then Miss Cleo, do you remember Miss Cleo? Yeah, Tarot Power Deck. That one, it's $14.99, collector's edition. All right, and then last but not least, on our used section, we have Tarot of the Witches. This is the kit. This is $11.99. So again, we will take your books, not now, of course, books and tarot Oracle decks, as long as they're complete set. We can trade them in for store credits, so you can get some new ones. And I want to just thank everybody for being here. These are our color books, and I'm just going to kind of just show you if you're interested in coloring books. Maybe we'll do a separate one for those later. But we have some pretty cool ones, and you know, it keeps your mind occupied. I know we don't have time to go through all of them, but the coloring books start, I think, at $3.99, and then depending on how fancy and thick and who publishes them, they can go up to like $20. But anyway, if you're interested in that, we have those, and maybe do that in another time. So if you're, again, watching this video, I didn't get to go through comments because I was just trying my fastest to get through this in a right amount of time, but it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. So again, we've only gone through like 5 destroyed bookshelves, and it took 1 hour and 20 minutes with me talking as fast as I can. I think that is great, and I appreciate everybody that hung out with me that whole time. If you're watching it later or rewatching it, you can comment sold or mine and type the book, and then Dan will pull that book for you. We'll get it out to you. If you are wanting to shop next week for our virtual shopping week, we can hold that, and we can combine your purchase. So again, media mail is very inexpensive to ship these things. If your purchase is over $50, you'll get free shipping. You'll also, no matter what you buy, we'll get a little crescent moon something in there. And then, but we can combine your purchase. So if you know you're shopping for things next week with us, we'll go ahead and, oh, look, woo, people got things. Yay. So we'll get those sent out to you, but we can take phone orders. There is limited a number of things online on our web store. Say hi, Dan. Woohoo. And we want to get you what you need while we are not open. So definitely let us know if you do need anything. Give us a call at the store. We're here Monday through Friday. We are ready to take phone calls between 12 and 4, but we're usually working from 11 to 7. So just let us know if you need anything. Shop online, and then stay tuned. Please check out our events tab. Upcoming, we're going to be going through... Okay, I'm going to take you on a little run across the store because I have the list, and I'm going to show you the list of what's going on next week. I hand wrote this list. Ooh, look at all this Champa, new stuff. Okay, so now you get to look at my work center. Here we go. Facebook Live shopping events. We've got figurines, Greek and Egypt. We've got candles and magical oils, figurines, Celtic and Norse, tea, coffee, candy, honey. We've got incense, resins, burners, the Tucson Crystal Show, that will probably run right into the Tucson Jewelry Show. And then last but not least, magical tools with Witchy Q&A. So if you are looking to shop with us, we can combine your purchases. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you all. Thank you so much for shopping with us and watching me talk for an hour and bearing with me as I flop all the things on the shelf over. It was fun. I had fun. I've had so much fun that I just scheduled, what was that, 9 more shopping sessions. So I hope to see you then. But if not, I hope you're staying home, staying safe, and be well. Bye.
Thanks for shopping.